Oh my gosh, Shiz.
There she goes again. Oh man, shoot the messenger if you need. Justify the criminal's greed. Blame the documents if you want. Throw out a misogynistic taunt, but there Shiz goes again, pissing off them men. There she goes once more. Facts will settle the score. If the truth is painful, maybe be less pitiful. Don't commit crimes and lie online. There she goes again. Documents in hand, breaking their delusion. Sorry for the confusion, but Shiz happens. Shiz happens. Shiz happens.
Discord drama whore. You're nice. Mikey, Mikey, haven't you heard? Mikey, Mikey, you're a shitbird. Mikey, Mikey, take several seats. Mikey, Mikey, embrace defeat. Well, isn't that unfortunate that you're a fucking half-wit? That you're a habitual felon? That you have no brain in that fucking melon? In the fucking melon. Did you know you have a hearing? Is that what you were fearing? Make sure to bring your trout shoulders. Bad guys getting bolder and bolder. Mikey, Mikey, haven't you heard? Mikey, Mikey, you're a shitbird. Mikey, Mikey, take several seats. Mikey, Mikey, embrace defeat. Felon Wrangler robbing little old ladies, lying and pretending he had a baby, acting like he isn't a complete waste of space, making his family name a disgrace. There once was a man named Donnie who had the misfortune of meeting this donkey. According to the state, Mikey killed him, but now Wrangler plays the victim. What the fuck? Mikey, Mikey, embrace defeat. Fuck you, Wrangler. Fuck you, Wrangler. But Mikey, Mikey, embrace defeat.
Payback's a bitch. Her stripper name is Carmen.
That damn meddling shiz. Someone finally wants Mike. Can hear his blood pressure spike. The state wants you bad, Mr. Kiser, and your fans are none the wiser. Who has a warrant? The man who's abhorrent, that caused Bama torment. Who has a warrant? Not me, ho. Mikey went and got himself a writ. Court seeing you're a piece of shit. Shout out Judge Day laying down the law. Mike's got a warrant because he's a shitbird, duh. Who has a warrant? The man who is abhorrent, that caused Bama torment. Who has a warrant? Who has a warrant? The man who is abhorrent, that caused Bama torment. Who has a warrant? Turn yourself in, Mike.
She's a hoe, and her little moron drama whores.
Your Honor, have you heard of a woman named Shiz?
I don't know if you know this woman. She's a hoe. I claim I don't do crime no more, so must be all her fault, bro. I committed my crimes. I stay on my grind. Why do they want me behind bars? I'm a self-professed YouTube star. I don't know if you know this woman, she's a hoe. I say I don't do crime no more, so it must be all her fault, bro. Broke into my work, darkness when I lurk, with my raccoon hands, stealing whatever I can. Even admitted to it all, but the ginger lady is my downfall. I don't know if you know there's this woman, she's a hoe. I claim I don't do crime no more, so it must be all her fault, bro.
I mean, I did it, but it's her fault, B. Calls, it can't be mine.
Hello, everyone. I am Habitual Shizaho. I'm followed by Habitual Gay Shield and a Habitually Fat and Broke. We're all habitual today. So there's been some interesting goings on. Mr. Kiser just had a court hearing. And where is it? There it is. And I got an alert from the court portal that they have added habitual offender enhancements to this case, it would appear. They entered a notice of intent to proceed under Habitual Offender Act and a notice of intent to present aggravating circumstances and seek departure from presumptive sentencing filed. Again, that's to enhance the sentencing. That did not affect Mr. Kiser's plan here because Mr. Kiser did enter a blind guilty plea in court today. Entering a blind guilty plea under habitual offender is a bold move. Yikes. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be some court hearings coming up prior to sentencing to get some things figured out. Mostly, I think the habitual offender, I think they have to have hearings on that. But he has a blind guilty plea in right now. So, and I mean, a blind guilty plea is a Hail Mary pass when if you go to trial, you're going to get the max. If you're going to go to trial and get the max, you're going to go ahead and just do a blind guilty plea. And that's what he has done here. A blind plea in this case means that he is pleading guilty without a plea deal behind him. He is pleading guilty to the courts for leniency that probably wouldn't be shown to him at trial. And again, it's hard to go to trial and try to prove your innocence when you've admitted to the crimes, you're on tape committing the crimes. He would end up getting the max at trial. So this is one last chance to not do the full time. I think he does think it will get him less time. But again, with with the enhancement, I don't know. I don't think he's going to see less time. But wow, we've come so far since the Kiser Smollett days.
No.
You know what I mean? Do you remember the start? I'm going to have to do like a members only at some point where we go through like how this all unfolded because wow.
That's going to be a very long stream because this is a crazy story.
Dude, I like try to explain this to people and you can't explain this to people without sounding crazy. You just can't. You just got to watch it work out.
You could do a document. You could do a whole documentary on how we all met because of Kiser.
Yep.
Essentially, or you
Look,
and I
all
did.
the good coming out of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wild. So wild. If
Man.
only my mom could see me now.
Yes, a blind plea means that he was not offered a plea deal in exchange for a guilty plea. He did that of his own volition. It's usually done for leniency that you won't be shown at trial. He is not getting out today. And in fairness, with this guilty plea entered now, it is likely Mr. Kiser's not getting out. It's not like they're going to let him out before sentencing. He has pled guilty. He's in, and when he is sentenced, he'll stay in for that amount of time too. So we all got to watch Kiser's last live stream and his last bit of freedom on YouTube. I think that's nice. I'm thankful he spent his last day of freedom live streaming and talking about how none of this was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Excellent use of your time.
Yeah, that was a great use of his time. What do you mean? It worked out well for him, didn't it? Yeah, I wonder what Kimmy's going to do. It's not like they have to get divorced.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man. Yeah, hear that, Gremlin? Is Gremlin here? Dwayne, Mr. Ragland.
I heard every word.
Oh, look, and the bearded lady's right down here. I'm going to put a link. Mr. Ragland, if you're in the chat and you're not terrified of women that don't have beards, you are welcome to come on.
Or men that have painted nails, for that matter. I mean,
from the fumes from the nail paint polish, like.
It's even better, Dwayne. I go to a salon and sit in a lovely little massage chair and hold my hands like this for an hour and a half.
Like a queen.
Try it.
What about gay, fat, and broke men with no credit?
Bottom.
Oh,
the only thing he's on the bottom of is a ton of child support.
Oh yeah, I'm not a bottom. Sorry, Shadow. I pitch, I don't catch. You know,
that's okay with me.
Hey,
Still, you're
just saying. I'm just saying.
Is nuts.
I have conditions, sir. I have conditions.
Again, Mr. Kiser being incarcerated for 60 days without notifying the VA is considered fraud. If anyone wants to report that, you are of your own volition to report that to the VA. But yes, benefits are cut after 60 days in jail. He has been in for 62 days.
Mm-hmm. Hey, gorgeous. Lovely to see you.
I'm pretending you're talking to me. Thank you.
I can talk to you, too. I talk to you every day.
Okay. I'm happy this is all happening. I'm so ready for it to be over. I have other stuff I got to get accomplished.
I'm not going to miss having to go through like an hour of roll call. I'm not going to miss that at all.
No. It's so funny that they really think he's going to get out. And then they coped real hard and were like, he's only going to get 1 or 2 years. If you think he's only getting 1 or 2 years, then I highly suggest that you look up the habitual offender statute for Alabama. Nowhere in that statute does it allow for any less than 10 years? Something like that.
You obviously
and that's an
AI
enhancement.
generated that. You know.
Oh yeah, no, it's not at all in the Alabama court portal right now. Mr. Kiser doesn't have copies of it from court today. Yes, that dude Gremlin saying that I'm broke, but I fly to Alabama to have sex with the prosecutor is wild to me, but okay. So this enhancement is added sentencing. So like say you had a case where your max sentence was 5 years, habitual offender would add on 10 to 15 years, or the option to sentence to life in prison is on the table with habitual offender. So everyone that said he'd get 2 or 3 years in some probation, you might want to look up that statute. Give it a quick read and then get back to me about how I'm a lying cunt and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is good to see Alabama stepping up. It is sad that Mr. Kiser took to degrading them on his live streams before and after he missed his court date, when it does seem that they are very by the book and are handling this appropriately. Mm-hmm. Kimmy ain't going to conjugate all the way from Bama when she can do it in Oklahoma. Yeah, I wonder how that's... Yes, habitual offender allows life without the chance of parole. A habitual offender also makes it so that you cannot get good time. You serve day for day of your sentence. If you're sentenced 365 days, you're doing 365 days. So the habitual offender enhancement is home confinement for a habitual offender with 5 open felonies. I don't see that happening. I don't see a judge allowing that low of sentencing on a habitual offender with 5 open felonies. This is not the murder case. This is his 5 open felonies relating to the robbery of his place of employment in 2022. But I mean, with the habitual offender on the table, we may see him get a sentence similar to a plea deal for murder. Okay, Frog, TLDR, Mr. Kiser entered a blind plea today. A blind guilty plea means you are pleading guilty before the court without a plea bargain in place. Sentencing and the pre-hearings for that may take a bit, but it does appear that a notice of intent to proceed under the Habitual Offender Act was filed last night, as well as a notice of intent to present aggravating circumstances and seek departure from presumptive sentence filed. Again, that is to add time and take away good time and such. It is a very interesting statute. I do suggest that the Roughnecks read it. I am sure that they have it in some sort of hieroglyphs that you can understand. You fucking in. I was going to say mean things and I stopped myself. I'm trying to be a better person because it might be a hate crime how mentally insufficient these people are, and I say bad things to them. So I'm going to be the bigger person.
Speaking of, so there was this message. The follow-up is right here.
Oh, Gremlin said home confinement. Pfft, idiot. Fucking idiot.
You shouldn't say stuff about Gremlin like he's a toothless fucking idiot with a fat sister, you know. When she was,
I just love
do you want to
their
hear
cope.
something? Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
Gremlin's sister's so fat, she was standing in the middle of the street, swerved to avoid her. I ran out of gas.
Oh my God.
Damn it, Wally. The cope is weird. First, I was lying about the court date. I was lying about the warrant. Every step of the way, I've been proven right in what I've suggested may happen. I think my opinion's been informed enough from my life experiences that I hit the nail on the head numerous times, and all they could do to cope was flip out and lie. You're going to get home confinement for a habitual offender on 5 open felonies after he was arrested out of the state against the terms of his bond. Yeah, my original estimate was around 25 years after the last hearing when the habitual offender wasn't on the table and he was trying to change his plea. I said 5 to 10. I'm going back to 25. I think we're going to see him do at least 25 years. Womp womp.
Oh no. What are they going to do without their dear leader?
Who's going to read out their names?
Yeah, they should have a institutionalized month of mourning, just like North Korea, you know?
Oh, and they all have to cry. Like
they all have to cry
enough. Yeah.
I wouldn't. So Alana says after sentencing, break all the rules and have Mikey start playing. I can play whatever music outside that courthouse I want in the loading bay. Hypothetically, allegedly, I may shoot off some confetti cannons. Who knows? It's going to be a celebratory day. It's been a long process. I am absolutely elated to talk to the Camerons tonight and let them know that he entered a blind guilty plea.
That's what I was going to ask. Have you talked to his daughter yet?
I texted her. She was working. She said she's going to call me when she leaves work.
I bet you get a tear or two. You know?
Oh yeah, no, we're going to ugly cry together on the phone. It's going to be gross. We do it all the time. It's fine. It's either happy tears or sad tears. Either way, we're crying. Oh yeah, you know, there were experts in the Roughnecks that were saying it was property crime and not a big deal. Seems like they're treating it like a big deal. Thank you, Mrs. Metcalf. I think that she wants people to hit the like button. But yeah, I mean, I really want this to conclude so we can focus on that other case because it's really bothering me.
Me too. And I'm very curious about what the future holds with all of it. You know, it's like, yeah.
If that one piece falls into place, it's going to be a beautiful symphony. And if it doesn't, then it's going to be a calamity.
Yeah. I'm just like, wow. Like if we made it this far, might as well give it I mean, we've
Oh, I
been
wanted to
given it
give
a lot.
a shout out to Karma's helper. Hi, Jamie. I did see your threats to dox me. I also did see Mr. Kaiser's followers threatening my children and such. I've been doxxed everywhere. I put out my phone number publicly numerous times. I don't care. I worked for the news and the police department. I don't care who knows my name or any of that information. But what I do care about is I'm going to submit a letter prior to sentencing to make sure that the judge knows that my involvement in submitting evidence in this case has led to harassment of not only me, but my children. So I would like to give a very warm thank you to the Roughnecks for making it so that Michael can get a more severe sentence because of your behavior relating to someone who was submitting evidence in this case. Good job, guys. Idiots.
They really nailed it.
Yeah, they they've done so well for him. Like, they fucked him at every turn, and they just fucked him again right before his sentencing. You fucking idiots. You idiots. The general rule of thumb, if someone's submitting evidence or maybe considered a witness, it's not going to trial because he entered his plea. If it had gone to trial, Wally and I likely would have been witnesses. You can't threaten them, especially when you're in a chat advocating for the defendant. You could not only catch criminal charges, which I don't think will happen here, but what you can do is impact sentencing. And that's what you guys have gone ahead and done for Mr. Kiser. And I really would like to thank you for that. He's not going to be thankful, and neither is Kimmy, but I am thankful that you guys are that brand of fucking stupid.
It's fun to watch.
Yes, Scott, same protections, yes. But they are dumb, even though I warned them of that. They decided to continue. I think they thought since it wasn't going to trial that I didn't still have those protections. And that's not accurate. It's not accurate. It is similar to intimidating witness. I wouldn't push it that far. I don't think they should be criminally charged, but I do want the judge to be aware of the behavior in Kiser's circle. And not only since he's been in jail, I intend to outline the harassment I have faced and the things that you guys have said threatening my children. I want to make sure that that is conveyed, that throughout this whole process of me trying to expose Mr. Kiser's criminal past and present, that I was harassed for it. I think that speaks to Mr. Kiser's character. And you guys continuing that while he was in jail is very helpful. So good job. Dumbasses. I warned them every time, don't I? I warned Kiser the whole time too. No one listens. I'm not taking roll call now.
We have limits.
Yeah, imagine carrying water for a career criminal, a habitual felon, habitual offender. Yikes.
That just makes the Mikey song even better, you know.
For a big confetti cannon. Oh my God, they have confetti cannons that shoot dicks, but I think like I'd get in trouble doing that outside a courthouse.
Well, and plus some of our, I think some of the more, let's say, conservative folks wouldn't like that very much. Like,
yeah,
hey, we need to talk.
Well, now we have to finish that last. We have to finish that last project for this, and then we got to figure out getting down to Alabama. Yep. I got to coordinate with, oh shit. Okay, can you guys hold down the fort for a minute?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Donald's family real quick.
Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
So hello, Scotto.
I know.
Exciting times, huh?
Finally alone. Everybody else.
Super, super duper exciting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole future with all this is like really exciting, you know.
Agreed.
Like I had always had high hopes that something would come out of it, at least a success, even if like it cost me money. Like it's still a success, right? But yeah, it's really starting to like get recognized, pick up some pace, you know.
A major win for all the effort put in, you know.
Huh?
A major win for all the effort put in.
Oh, I mean, yeah, for sure. You know, we're gonna have to like. I'm putting together kind of doing all the NDAs for everybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of need to like actually figure out, because we weren't working together at first, right? Where everybody was just kind of like shooting from the hip. So I'm going to take some time to figure out, you know, the whole gamut of people who helped out, you know, before I met Shiz, after I met Shiz, before I met you guys, and try to like put that together, you know. I mean, everybody's all over the country, so it's going to be hard to get to everybody for a barbecue. But
Okay, yeah.
We've got to figure something out. Swag maybe. And I don't know. I'll figure it out though. I'll figure something out. Especially when I get back to it full time.
My bro dried up years ago, so it's okay.
Yeah. That is a magical shirt you're wearing. I have one very similar from Africa.
I got mine on Amazon, so different A. I'll send you a link, Barnes.
Yeah. So, and plus I just found some really crazy new tools. Like, oh my God. I put myself in there for one of them, and you typically don't do that because I don't know where stuff's going on the back end, But I'm like, oh my God, like somebody's watching me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, you got to be careful, That's if you're just that cavalier, like some of these folks on the internet. I mean, you're going to pay for it if somebody wants to make you a target. You're giving them everything they could ever need. Oh, Lordy.
This is an idea. There you go. That's an idea.
100% down. Just tell me what equipment I need. I'll stop by the store.
There you go.
Be a weird Walmart list.
What'd be scary is if you went to Walmart, got us all, and you need more than one cart, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Like, why do you have 60 bags of shredded lettuce? None of your goddamn business. Keep your mouth shut, Tina. What's going on in your world, dude?
No, out here. Either this or work. It seems to be exciting, but I don't mind. It's nice to have it a little quiet.
Yeah. Too quiet during the day. Although here's something cool. I was gonna text Shiz about this because she was calling, and I was either on the line with my ex-wife or I had this Uber rider. Right, nice old lady. I pick her up at the DMV, and she was like, "Oh, where are you from?" I was like, "Oh," and I told her. She's like, "That's where I went to college, and I'm from this town." And I'm like, "What the hell?" And then somehow adoption came up. Like I'm adopted, but she's like, "Oh, me too." I did this 23andMe thing, and this lady reached out. She might be my niece, and I don't know really what to do. And I'm like, funny, I own a company that does that.
There you go.
So I gave her all the information, and I told her I'd sit down with her because she's like not computer savvy, not cell phone savvy. She has her birth certificate, or not birth. She has her marriage certificate that has. It's non-stamped. Like it's from 57 years ago. Her wedding certificate. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, I got to go through Illinois and try to get a stamp copy so that I can get my real ID so I can travel on an airplane. And I'm like, okay, that's a tough one. And I guess her husband's passed. So there's no proof other than the religious document, which 57 years ago was 100% fine. You could make any changes you needed legally with just that document alone, signed by a priest or a religious person. Now it's different, and they're expecting that actual stamp. So, but yeah, I'm gonna help her.
Just kind of stuck. Is she just cut 22 or something? Is there anything she can do to fix that? I mean,
she has to essentially go through the state. Explain to them that Illinois is actually not bad at fixing those types of errors, and it's usually less than $5.
Okay, there you go.
So she could be like, "Hey, listen, I have my original, but I need a stamped one to get my real ID," and they'll probably overnight it, But she's like, she doesn't know the internet, so I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I'll help you. I told her I'd give her a hand, so. We'll see how it goes.
You
She said.
Okay, so she's still on the phone with him. There's fine.
Oh.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
No, stop.
she went off camera.
Oh, fuck. Well, no, because, oh my God, it must have been so hard for that family to talk to a stranger and trust them with Don. Like, they had to trust Donald with me. And I'm so thankful they did because it worked out for the best. Oh, fuck. Who's cutting onions? This is stupid. Stop cutting onions around me. Oh, fuck.
Huh.
I love the family calls, but I always end up crying.
Okay, happy tears, you know?
No, I know. Because, like, when I was just talking to them, I was like, it must have sounded so weird from the beginning. And they had lost so much hope because of the amount of times he was supposed to go to jail and got away with it. That, like, I don't know. This has been a very emotional process for all of us. And again, I'm so thankful to the Cameron family for trusting me with Donald. And his daughter did mention that as we get closer to sentencing, she does want to come on the channel and share her dad with you guys, because Donald was a great man. And I think that what was lost in a lot of this for the Kiser camp is that a good man lost his life for a bad man to get a fucking PlayStation. You know? So yeah, I will eventually have Elise on here for a chat. But they're a very happy family today. Oh, fuck. It's like I have dust in my eye or something.
That will be cool when she's ready to come on and talk about it. That's kind of a final puzzle piece, you know, like because people have been giving you shit about that for years now, you know.
And again, I've said it. I was trying to protect her from Kiser's followers. They're terrible people. There's terrible people on the internet everywhere. But like, she definitely doesn't need to feel any more hurt than she's felt losing her dad and having to live with this injustice this long.
And I imagine, you know, people won't believe you. I probably won't believe her. She'll probably actually end up getting some blame. But some will see, you know, if we change a few minds and she does, and they actually realize like, hey, okay, well, ego aside, I was supporting the wrong guy, you know.
I mean, at the point where he pleads guilty as a habitual offender, I think that's when you need to stop and say, wow, I was backing a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm so happy for the Cameron family today. Man, I waited 1.5 years to make that call.
Yep. Longer than that now.
Yes, once this is all said and done, we can forget Kiser exists and remember Donald. I don't have much else for you guys, and I could cry again at any moment because of who I am as a person. So I'm going to end the show, and I'm going to help myself cry because we're going to listen to Donald's song. Thank you to the Cameron family for trusting me with Donald. Thank you to you all for following us on this journey. I will continue to keep you updated on his court cases. Wally and I will do our best to be there for sentencing. And, you know, I'll follow this through to the end. But right now, what a huge win for the Camerons, for the investigators, for everyone who knew and loved Donald. So I'm going to close out the show with Donald's song. Stick around if you want or not, but keep Donald in your thoughts and prayers. I think today was a big step forward for justice for him. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a good one.
Donald's eyes were kind as could be. Waves of courage he set free. A uniform of valor worn with pride. A Marine that never chose to hide. But back home where the streets don't sleep, a shadow emerged from the darkness deep. Michael Kiser with a heart of stone left Donald's spirit to roam alone.
Donald's grace and might, taken by a soul as dark as night. Good men fall, but his memory remains. In our hearts, his legacy won't wane. In fields of green where he once stood tall, echoes of his life like an unanswered call. Now silence howls through the empty space, 'cause a life stolen leaves a hollow place. Donald has loved ones far and near, but a senseless crime brought him to us here. A story that our hearts can't comprehend. A good man's chapter met its end. His family's tears still flow today. A gentle soul needlessly taken away. Michael may have ended the fight, but Donald's light still burns bright. His loved ones far and near, but a senseless crime brought him to us here. A story that our hearts can't comprehend. A good man's chapter met its end. His family's tears still flow today. A gentle soul needlessly taken away. Michael may have ended the fight, but Donald's light still burns bright.